All right, thanks. Listen, right now we're standing by with Det Klein. You know, Det, I love seeing you, but this is getting ridiculous. 7 straight. What do you have in store for us today?
I have no idea. I hope I can turn the switch on one more time. I don't know. I've been fortunate, and I'm grateful to be here. Squeaked out one a couple weeks back, so we're just going to hope we can keep going.
Well, the reason why you've been here is because you know how to put up marks, and they result in points.
That's right, and when you're seeded number 2, one way to protect that number 2 seeding is to continue winning. Of course, we get points in the championship match only. We give the bowlers points for spares, for strikes, for combinations of spares and strikes, and of course they get 750 points for winning that match also. Points can't be carried over from week to week. It's the highest point total in one show.
And right now, the top 3-point getters are Dave Dupree at 2350, Det Klein at 2200, and Lou Alberghini at 1800. And Alyssa will be back with more information on how you folks at home can get involved through our viewers' participation. But right now, we have to take a break, and we'll be back with the start of the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge right here on AT&T 3. And welcome back to Academy Lanes for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. And starting us off in our challengers match is Jeff Buggea in lane 5.
Yeah, I know. He said it was really...
Jeff averages a 122. And like Alyssa said, bowls out of Pilgrim Lanes.
He actually works there, and he's also a student at UMass Lowell.
Good school.
Come on, here you go.
One fall's late for him. He's got the 9 and 10 in the back row with plenty of wood in front.
Spare up at first. And Jeff's home viewer, and Alyssa will tell how you people at home can get involved later on, but he's bowling for Susan Wild from Dedham, Massachusetts.
Jeff now working on that spare. He downs 5 for the fill. All right. He's got 3 left for standing. Jeff has a high single of 184.
And 9 and 24 bucks. 24 after
2. And here comes Mark Gregory in lane 5.
Mark Gregory's bowling for G, I believe it's Ranner, from my hometown, Palmer, Massachusetts. How about that?
G. Ranner, huh?
G. Ranner.
You don't know that, don't you, Dave?
No, I don't think so. Conflict of interest, you mean? Or maybe I drew this card because it's my hometown?
Your hometown, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're biased or what. All right, Mark hitting after that 4-pin.
He puts a spare up in the first.
So spare for spare. And we'll see if he can do better than 5 on his fill. He leaves the 4 horsemen to the right, plus the 7-pin over in left field. And he has a piece of wood between the 3 and the 6. Going for that head pin, actually takes out the 3 and the 6. And now we have the high-low jack, the 1, 7, and 10.
Needs 2 of these to keep the match even. Gets 1.
Takes out the hand.
So he's down by 1.
That is 24 to 23 after 2. Jeff is up by 1.
Come on, Jeff, right back in. Come on now.
Jeff has a high triple of 449. Drop to the left here, though.
Come on now, come on now.
Taking out the 2 and the 4. They're still falling for him late. He leaves the triangle over to the right, the 6, 9, and 10, plus the 7-pin. Plenty of wood down there. He's just waiting for that to settle. Takes out the triangle. Leaves the 7-pin for a 9 box.
33 through 3.
Now over in lane 6.
Got a good break off the head pin that time. Just a 3-6, piece of wood in between. Looking for his second mark of the match.
He'll take it out.
All over that one.
He's after 4, he's at 43 for the spare.
Mark does most of his bowling at the Academy lanes right here in Bradford, Massachusetts, also at Park Place lanes in Windham, New Hampshire.
And the average is at 134. He's got a couple falling for him late. That triangle back there is tumbling down.
Oh, they're still falling. They're all said and done. Just the 2-pin remains.
Trying to answer with a spare himself.
Oh.
Not going to go. He's not going to make that spare.
Missed to the right. I thought maybe the wood was going to swing around and still take it out. Well, needs this one to tie the match up, at least temporarily. He's going to need a mark in the 4th, though.
He clears it out.
33 apiece. Three's a wild. Contrasting styles. Mark wants to, if his ball breaks a little bit, it's going from right to left. And Jeff is almost a backup baller, where it's breaking a little bit from
I noticed that.
right.
Left to right. It's almost like a reverse spin.
Right.
Okay, Mark leaving the 3, 6, 4, and 7.
Yeah, he's going after the object 2, which would be the 3 and the 6. Trying to cut it over. Oh, great
Just
try
misses,
by Mark. Great try. Got the 7 out of there, but left the 4.
Yeah.
Probably at home are wondering how close did he come to that spare. Our crew is thinking the same thing, and we're going to give you a little peek. Well, maybe we're not.
We'll take a peek at it later.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Jeff.
Talk about curveballs. He just throws one from the truck.
I'm telling you.
8-pin drop on the spare gives him 51 through 4.
And he's got the 2 and a 4 standing.
Trying to make it 2 in a row. Ooh, just a little light on the 2-pin, right around the 4.
Come on, have the stick. Come on, have that 10.
All right, 10 box for Jeff. And he's at 61 through 5. All right, he's got the 1, 2, 4 plus the 10 pin.
Oh, great shot. Great shot.
It's so funny because he does throw kind of a curveball, and I think it's way off, but it cuts right back in.
There you see the replay. He splits the 1 and the 2 head pin, clearly takes out the 10 pin. Very nicely done by Jeff.
Now Mark up at lane 5. Leads everything with 4 horsemen, and they're tumbling down, so he's got just the 1 and the 3. See there, Mark has a high single of 192.
It's got some pretty impressive stats, really. Heavy on the head pin, left to 3. 505 for high triple.
Wow.
749 high 5.
Not bad.
Well, when you average 134,
Well, that's up.
tendency to get those big scores.
All right, a 10 box for Mark Gregory, and he's at 53 through 5.
trips out to 3.
He leaves
Actually,
the 2 and 4.
Leaves the 2 and 4, right. Keeping the 6 last one to go down. Gives himself a legitimate spare leave in the 2-4 rather than the 2-4-6.
Takes him out.
Matching spares in the 6th. And there you can see the lead, 8 pins for Jeff Buggea.
They both have fills, so we'll see how Jeff makes out here on his. Okay, takes down 6, leaving the 2, 4, 7, and the 6.
Trying to split the 2 and the 4, jump something over into the 6. Tries one on the inside.
Now this is a tough split because you got the 4 and the 6.
Yeah, he's his 3rd ball. He's trying to get one, get out of town.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yep, he's over to lane 6. Start again.
He's at 86 through 7. Oh, they're not going to go. I thought they were all going to fall for him for a moment.
2-pin is still rocking. 2 and 7 left. Piece of wood out in front looks pretty nice from this angle. Drives it right straight back. Should have a spare. Oh,
not going to happen.
Than done.
So now he's going for that 10 box.
Let's take a look at that. How that 7-put stood up. Like he snapped the wood off the wall and it snapped in front of the 7-pin. It's the 10. Take a look at that. Watch this. On the red, just the red line. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Just went to the left sidewall and come back in front of the 7.
All right, let's see what Mark Gregory has in store on his fill.
Trailing by 14 minus this ball.
It's right on the head pin, and he leaves the 2, 4, 6, and 10.
Now a piece of wood rolling up nicely. This is one you actually almost want to miss, or you do want to miss the 2-pin, hit the 4, the wood snaps forward, takes the 2, and continues on over into the 6 and 10. Well, almost.
Well, that wood almost came back to take out the 2-pin. Actually, it did.
Almost made it, too. Climbs back to within 8 pins of Jeff Buggea.
And now he's going after number 10.
And make it a 10. He gains another in count. Make it 7 now. 7 pins.
So now he's at 79 through 7. All right, well, it takes down 7 there.
Well, again, you had the 5, 7, 8. It's a tough spare, but it can be made. You just got to try to cut the 5-pin on the right-hand side.
Takes out the 8.
Wants to keep it under 10 pins, so you're only 1 mark away.
Not easy.
9 box, 88, 8-pin advantage for Jeff Buggea right now. 2 boxes remaining. He wants to put at least 1 mark up. That would force Mark to double mark in his last 2 frames.
All right, coming down to these last 2 boxes to see who will advance.
Boy, 4 on the head
Championship
pin.
match. All right, he's got the 2, 4, 5, 7,
I can't help
6,
but
and 10.
think if he's on the 2-pin, he's got a shot at this. Almost.
Almost. Leaving just the 6.
Nope. The door is going to be open for Mark. Regardless of what happens, Mark will have a chance to win this match.
He's off to the right.
It's a 105 through 9. This Jeff still could force him into 2 marks if he was to put one up here.
That's a tough split. He's got
hit.
pins all over.
That's a weird leave too. I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
You know, the 3, 5, and 8, and then you got the 7, 10. But the wood could help. Looks
Now, what do you go after? What
well,
you going after the 3?
You're going to go after the wood and the 3.
It's everything but the 7. Wait, no, it's not enough.
Just got to wait for that to settle down. These pins are huge right now.
He's got this one left for a 10 box.
And it's an important pin. I mean, this is the difference of making a spare 7, spare 8, forcing Mark to get that much on a fill.
Yeah, it wouldn't be C-Sand.
No, it's 9. And into the channel first, so it's a 9 box, 114. All right, there you see it.
All right, Mark Gregory has to top that.
Needs 26 pins to tie, 27 pins to win. First order of business is put some kind of mark up, then you worry about the fill. Oh, right in the pocket, and not much to show for it. Let's see where the wood settles down.
He's got the 5, 7, and 9.
You want the 2 pieces of wood to come together, and they have, so that helps him a little bit. Of course, not telling you any stories. The 7 pin was the problem, but it was a great shot by Mark. Keeps himself alive.
And he's at 98 plus this fill coming up. You see here on the replay.
Yeah, it's just far enough down to twist both pieces of wood. Actually, it's one of those earlier pins that cleared out the 7. He needs at least 7 on the to prevent himself from making another mark. Well, he got the 7. That ties the match up.
He's got 1, 3, and 6 to contend with.
He needs all of these, either in 1 ball or 2, for the win.
Well, it seems like it's pretty easy, no?
Yeah, it's got a chance. All right, we're a tie right now. He needs this one. We are tie.
The number 6 pin out there waiting for him.
He's at 114.
It's going to
Jeff
be near
is finished.
you.
1 pin. Who will go against debt? And it's Mark Gregory by 1 pin.
A close one, 115 to 114. Mark Gregory will advance. We have to take a break, and we'll be back with our championship match right after these messages.
Welcome back. If you'd like to get involved as a viewer at home, you can send us a postcard. That address is International Candlepin Bowling Association, $30,000 Candlepin Challenge, 26 South Main Street, Suite 252, Concord, New Hampshire, 03301. 2 names will be drawn out from that group of postcards, and if your name is chosen, you'll be paired up with the 2 challengers for the day, and if your challenger ends up winning, you'll take home 25 big ones. Also, if you'd like to come and be a member of our ever-growing studio audience, you can come down, sit in with the rest of the fans, and those names will all be entered into a drawing, and 1 name will be picked out and be paired with the champion. If the champion keeps holding on to their title, then you'll take home $25 there too. Now back into bowling with the familiar face of champion, Det Klein.
All right, thanks, Alyssa. Det Klein, our champion. 7 straight, going for number 8. Look, you can't say enough about this guy.
Oh, no. He's certainly been a great champion over the weeks.
He's got the 1, 2, and 4, putting himself in a position to make a spare right away.
You called it.
He does. Well, for the past couple of weeks, he's been doing that. Well, Mark, on his first attempt.
Well, you know, I like a guy that can,
see there, getting the job done.
you know, walk the walk, so to speak. He told us, remember, he said the key to this whole thing is starting off quick.
Right.
Man goes out and does it.
Yes, he does.
Well, you heard him.
6,
Oh.
now he goes to a half Worcester left.
He knew it. As soon as he threw that ball, that was going to be left.
Which does not help him much on that fill.
Right back, though. Right back.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, don't panic. Just throw the next one, recover.
He said, I don't sweat it.
No. Most bowlers, that would really upset them with 2 on the spare, but Det, the veteran he is, he comes right back and makes the mark.
All right, Det, back-to-back spares.
And a quick 100 points, I may add.
Yeah, you might start adding them up right now.
That's right.
All right, Mark Gregory, down 6 himself. He leaves himself the 1, 2, 8 plus the 10 over to the right.
If Mark can string them together, he can throw some big scores too. So I'm looking for an exciting match and high score.
All right, he's got the 2 and the 10. With that piece of wood rolling around down there. Now, does that put you in a tough spot or what?
No, I just take that one. Actually, it went a little farther left. He might have got bowled in, but as a rule of thumb, Phil, in bowling, the first ball, you want to hit the head pin. Your second ball, they consider that the gambling ball. If you've got 2 different ways to make a shot, pick one of them, you gamble on that one. On your third ball, trying to get as many pins the easiest way and get out of town, get into the next box. What a lot of bowlers do, they get upset by missing a spare and they don't concentrate with the third ball, leave 2 or 3 standing in every box. It's a lot at the end of the game. Great shot by Mark.
All right, Mark.
Spare in the second. 50 points for him.
I guess he knew he had to mark right away after seeing Det open up with back-to-back spares.
Right, so immediately Det puts him in a situation where he can get a 100-point bonus for another mark.
And here's Det now on the fill. Nice fill for 7.
7, but leaves himself that dreaded 5,
Oh,
7,
no,
8.
Hey,
Oh,
excuse you twice.
Hey, make it 9, and now he leaves the dreaded 8. Not quite as dreaded as the 5, 7, 8. Piece of wood in front.
Another makeable spare. This will be 3 in a row, and he gets it.
Yes, sir. Another 50 points for that. 100-point bonus. Already at 250 points.
Wow.
Streak of 100-point bonus will stay alive as long as he hits consecutive marks. 7-pin drop on this one.
Yeah, and at this rate, he could take out Dave Dupree.
Something off to a fast start. Leaves himself the 2, the 4, and the 8. Nice little guide. I like the wood here if my angle is correct, and he can see that 2-pin because the sleeper in the back, the 8 is usually the tough one. Oh boy, he missed it altogether. I would have liked to slide the ball right down that wood, right into the 2-pin. And a 10 box, 58. I think Det was trying to do that. Yeah, that's the look of, I didn't want to throw it there.
I thought he had it, to be honest with you. All right, now Mark Gregory.
He will fill his spare in the second.
Drops some pins. Takes down 6. He leaves the 2, 4, 8, and 10.
Makeable.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to bet on it, but he's got the talent. There you go. There you go. Great shot by Mark Gregory.
And he's put together back-to-back spares for himself.
And he sets himself up for a 100-point bonus. And you see the replay, cuts that 2-pin right over into the 10. Pump that one out to the right. Got a halfway decent break, half of them, 5.
Actually, it turned out better than what I thought.
Yeah, with 2 pieces of wood behind the head pin, it gives them an opportunity to clear these 5 out too. The head pin, the 6, and then the 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, he gets it.
Nicely done. 100-point bonus. So he's quickly at 150 points. 250 points. 50 for each spare and a 100-point bonus for the 3 in a row.
All right, so far he's matched Det Klein. Falling for him late.
Oh, the angle of the wood, he may have a shot at the 7-pin. Well, it turned a little
3, 5,
more.
7, and 10.
Yeah, it turned a little more on him. Let's see if it's still angled enough to carry the 7. looks like that should be the problem pin. Yes, very nicely done. Spare in the 5th. Another 50 points.
Deck Klein is rolling once again, I'll tell you. See the replay here? Using that wood.
Effectively stayed alive. Finally got the 7 pin. His 4th mark, all spares so far. 4 out of 5 boxes. Drops 8, leaves a 4-7.
And put himself in another position to make another spare. Going after the next 2.
Well, this time he has a roadblock. He wants that wood to move, and it's not going to.
Well, can he reach that 4?
You know, from this angle, I say no, but I'm not directly behind him. If there's any daylight at all, I'm sure he's going to go after the 4.
Right.
There can't be much, though. Now, right after the wood.
Oh, the ball
came
comes back to take out the 4. But unfortunately, it will knock down the 7.
That ball is still alive.
Has a serious rotation on it.
Does that ball know this is only an hour show?
I guess so. It's still going. All right, AT&T 3 has the most comprehensive look at high school sports in the region. It's Dunkin' Donuts Hometown Sports. Join me as I bring you all the scores, highlights, features, and much, much more. That's Dunkin' Donuts Hometown Sports daily at 7 p.m. right here on AT&T 3. Now, Det after that 7.
That is a 9. That ball slipped into the channel. So it gives him 85 through 6. Mark Gregory working on a string of 3 marks in a row. Remember, he's in that bonus situation.
All right, Mark Gregory leaving the 1 and 3 plus the 7 and 8 in the back.
Climbs back to within 2 pins of our champion, Det Klein. 1, 3, 7, 8. Makeable spare with the wood. Trying to make it 4 in a row.
Oh, not going to get it.
Close. No, not going to happen.
All right, and now attempting that 10 box. He misses it to the left. So he's at 65 after 5. And this is going to be another close one.
So far, and they got a decent start on the game, too.
Mark Gregory dropping 9, leaving just the 6. The interesting thing about Mark was that, you know, Det came out and threw all those marks right away, but he matched him.
Yeah,
he kept pace.
Yeah, he's another one of those seasoned bowlers. You just got to play your own game. He's no defense. Just keeps chipping away, and he's right back in the match.
All right, and you can see that Klein leads by 10, 85 to 75, plus Mark Gregory's fill. But we'll be back. We have to take a break. All right, welcome back, folks. And in the interest of time, we had to bowl a couple of frames, a couple of boxes off air. Now on box 9, where Det Klein leads by 2.
Mark went up and threw a 9 box and an 8, and Det followed with a 9 box and a 10. So he still holds the slimmest of leads.
Right, and right now, Det.
I'm sorry, that was the other way around. 9 and 10 for Mark Gregory and 9 and 8 for Det Klein, but the lead was correct. 2 pins for Det Klein.
And right now, Det is looking at the 3, 6, and 10 for a spare.
And he gets
a spare. And after 9, he is at 112.
There you see the spare. This pin's hung around just long enough to get that 10 pin.
Working on that spare.
Right,
just going to get 5 off of it. And he leaves himself the spread eagle minus the 7 pin.
The way the bowl is going now, it seems like the next one who can tie 2 or 3 marks in a row will probably be our eventual winner.
And you know, I know, because it's kind of difficult to see who has the momentum here.
That's right.
You know, lately it's been dead. You can feel that. You can see that. That's been evident. Right now, you really can't tell.
I thought Mark was coming on, and then while we were away, he had 2 pins with a piece of wood in front of it, and he lost it to the right, missed it. There was a chance to grab a little momentum there, and he didn't. So he's letting Det hang around too. So, as you said, it's hard to tell which bowler's got the momentum at this time.
You see, Det finishes at 125, just a little below his average of 127. And Mark Gregory taking down 7, leaving himself the 5, 6, and 10. All right, just the kingpin back there. This is the king to the right. So now, after 9, Mark is at 109. Okay. He's taking the pins down to the left.
Don't think he wanted that one to go down. Yeah, he wanted that one to stay up. That gave him an opportunity to clear out the 3, 5, 6, 10, and the 7. With the 3-pin gone, it's going to be very difficult. See if he can get some of this wood to help him out. Again, one of those, you got to shoot for the cap of that front piece of wood, and then after that, it's all fate.
Nails that cap like you were talking about.
Great try.
The pin will not go down for him.
Good applause from the crowd. Realize that was a great try, and that leave can gain 2 and count with a 10 box. He's opposite an 8. Cut it to 6 pins, and that's what he does.
All right, we have to take a break. Det Klein takes game 1, 125 to 119, and we'll be back with more right after this. And welcome back to our final game. And in the interest of time, we had to let our bowlers bowl 2 boxes off air. And right now, Det Klein leads game 2 by 9, 28 to 19. But overall, he leads by 15. And here's Mark Gregory. Dropping 7. Going after that 1, 2, and 7.
Needed to catch the head pin. Yeah, needed to catch the head pin on that shot to be able to get the head pin and the 7. So he'll be open the first 3 of this second and final game.
Well, he misses the head pin on that one as well. So he gets an 8 box. And he's at 27 after 3.
Oh, boy.
Mark is looking for Mark.
Nothing to show for there. A good ball in the pocket, leaves the 5, but the 7, 8, and 9 also. Oh, good effort, but
blows up the triangle, but leaves the 7 pin.
Seems like the last several boxes he's getting an arrangement of pins where you can clear out most of it. Leaves that 1 pin, the problem pin of making it a legitimate spare leave, and he just can't seem to get that break. And it's a 9, 36.
Here comes Det Klein, who actually started off this game with a strike.
And he has 450 points to this point in the match, including the strike he started off the second game. And there's almost another strike, just the 4 pin left.
Taking down 9, putting himself in a position to make the spare.
It would be huge. He's opposite an 8 and a 9 box. So a couple marks here really could start taking control of the match. There's
spare.
Another 50 points.
And he's at 38 plus this fill after 3.
500 points now for Det. Off target, so just 3. Just when you thought maybe he's going to take control of this match, he only gets 3 on the spare.
Yeah, he takes out the 3, 5, and 9.
Oh boy!
Oh, man, if that went for him, unbelievable.
Well, he can gain another in count. He's opposite a 9 box.
Right.
Gets the 10. He can gain another in count. And he does.
Okay, so after 4, he's at 51.
And a 21 pin advantage now in the overall match.
And here's Mark Gregory with an average of 134. Looking to cut into that 21-point lead.
Mark hasn't had a mark since the 6th box of that first game.
That'll help.
And almost tripped the 6 pin for the strike. This could end the drought. But 8 boxes without one certainly would help the confidence right here.
This is just to the left. That'll hurt your spirit a little bit.
Yeah. That certainly takes the wind out of your sails. I thought he had it covered when he first threw the ball. The ball seemed to break just a little bit to the left.
He clips it that time, and it goes down for him, so after 5, he's at 46. See Mark kind of shaking his head over there on that one.
He's got to just try to put it out of his mind, regroup, bowl this box like it was the first box of the match.
Well, the Woods does have enough to knock down 1 for him. He still has the 3, 6, and 10, which is a very makeable spare for him. Takes away the 10.
At this point, he's just lost all confidence, it looks like, up there, and takes off just a 10 pin. And 9 and 55.
9 box for Mark. He's at 55 after 6.
And again, our champion gets up there opposite 2 open frames. Chance to really take control for his 8th win in a row. You heard him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you heard him on that one. He was not pleased. As soon as he released the ball, he knew that was off target.
It's like
He's got the 4 horsemen to the left, plus the kingpin sleeping behind the head pin.
Yeah, it's like the 4th quarter. You got to dig deep and get a little extra, and that's exactly what he just did. Spare, huge spare in the 5th. 61 plus this ball, leading by 21, can increase that by the number of pins he knocks down. Another 50 points. Take a look at that spare. It was a great spare. Always tough with that extra pin in the back.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen him in the last several weeks, though, throw a bad ball, but come right back, recovers, and makes a great spare?
Sure does. That's the reason why you can never count him out. He's got the 1, 3, and 10 here.
And I'm sure he's pleased with the 7-pin drop, but he's not pleased at missing the head pin with that first ball.
You know, earlier we were trying to figure out who had the momentum. We really couldn't tell, but it seems that Jack Klein is kind of taking over now.
Well, I say that because of the lead he has.
Right.
But he doesn't look as sharp as he has other weeks. Definitely not. But a win is a win is a win sometimes.
Exactly.
You know?
It's 10
Right
bucks.
now he's in control at 29 pins. Time for Mark.
And we have to take a break. Jack Klein leads game 2, 78 to 55. He's up by 29 overall, and we'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, welcome back, folks.
Okay, and then you see the point update at this point. Jack Klein, our champion, 550. Mark Gregory at 300. More importantly, our champion is ahead by 29, trying to make it 8 wins in a row.
And Mark Gregory is trying to cut into that 20-point lead.
Mark must start marking now. 4 frames remaining.
It's off to the right.
Yeah, he's just not quite in sync. I've seen him a lot sharper.
He's got the 1, 2, and 5, but that's a very makeable spare right there.
Yeah, he's got some help behind. It could keep the head pin or the 2 pin in play for that 5. Another piece of wood just to the right. Now, again, he misses the object pin.
All right, so he's dropped 9, going for a solid 10 box. And he gets it. 65 after 7.
Now he's in the situation now he's going to start throwing strikes.
All right, Mark now up in lane 6. He leaves the spread eagle minus the 10 pin.
It's not going to happen for him today. Don't forget that final taping, folks. May 19th, Pilgrim Lanes, Haverhill, 1 o'clock start for the big money.
That's right. If you want more information on Candlepin Bowling, you can always go to www.candlepinbowling.com for records, rules, Hall of Fame info. And new on the New Hampshire page are past champions dating back to 1968.
74.
You on that page there?
I bet you I'm on a couple of those pages, yeah.
Yeah, you still have your
You know, I
stats.
talked to Daniel
You still have your
Rochelle. I just had to
records.
have him go back far enough, that's all.
All right, now decline in lane 5. Leaving the 4 horsemen to the left. 1, 2, 4, 7, plus the 9 pin.
Unfortunately, we don't know who the challengers will be next week. We're holding roll-offs as we speak. But at this
So
point
we'll keep
in
you in
time,
suspense.
That's right. Unless something drastically happens here, tune in, because Dead Klein will be going for number 9 if everything ends the way it is going right now. I never thought someone would have a streak like this.
Yeah.
In 2 games, it's difficult. You got a new challenger coming against you every week.
Yep.
And, you know, we always tell people, we take 4 shows in a day, folks, so it becomes
Not
an
easy, but
endurance
that 4th
test.
show,
Yeah,
it's
it's an
tiring. It
endurance.
wears on you.
Absolutely. It's not as much the physical part of it as the mental part of it, just to try to concentrate all the
Right.
time.
Exactly. Every time you approach the lane.
That's right.
All right, Det leaving the spread eagle. 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. Heads off to the right to eliminate the 3, 6, and 10. And now he's going after the 2, 4, 7.
And just a $9. 96.
All right, Mark Gregory looking to finish off strong.
I think you heard somebody in the audience say, come on, double up, meaning strikes. That's what could save him now, is to throw multiple strikes.
Well, he leaves the diamond to the left. He's got the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Just the 5 and 8. Takes those out. So a 10 box for Mark Gregory, and he's at 84 after 9. And he'll wrap it up over in lane 6. Okay, put himself in a position to make a spare, leaving just the 4 and 7, downing 8. Takes out the 4 and leaves just the 7. All right, that'll do it for Mark Gregory. Finishes with a 94. And here we go, decline. This one going down in the books. Yeah, right on the head pin. Leaving the 3-6 and 4 and 7.
Well, barring any marks by Det, this would probably be one of his lowest winning totals. And, you know, when you have a streak like this, sometimes, like Det said, you need a little luck. He was able to sneak by a couple weeks ago in overtime. This time he met Mark Gregory, a quality Candlepin bowler. Didn't have a good day. Didn't bring his best bowling with him, and you know, he snuck away with another one.
Right. And like I said, I mentioned earlier, Det was always managed to keep himself, you know, keep pace and put himself in a position to win.
That's right.
Det's at 104 after 8.
Oh boy, the 189. Hello. We have about 8 weeks left in the regular season, so 8 chances for someone to jump into the top 3. And I'll tell you, this guy bowling right now, I said, well, I'll protect my second position by just keep on winning.
Yeah. All right, and that's going to do it. Det Klein takes it again, 236 to 213. That's 8 in a row for Det. We'll be back with more to wrap things up right after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back. We're joined by our champion, who's going to be joining us again next week after he defeated Mark Gregory, 236 to 213. You bowled a 125 the first game, a 111 the second game, but a little below your average, but it was effective.
Yes, it was. We call it UBE, which is ugly but effective. But it was enough to hold off the troops this time.
You got the job done.
Usually not.
But you got the job done. Congratulations.
Okay, and I got something here for you. A winner's check for $800 for those weeks. That's great bowling. We're going to have to start calling this the Det Klein Show here.
Congratulations. All right. All right, that's number 8. He'll be going for number 9 next time. And we're out of time, so we'll see you next time on the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge right here on AT&T 3.
Rock your body to the left.